But the other thing was raising these kids, Michael and Stephanie. I love these kids, man. I love them till today. I still see these kids today. You know? And they turn out to be great kids. Great adults. One of the things was that they were such good kids at the time, too. They would share all their toys with the kids in the neighborhood all day long. They had a ton of toys. I had a lot of money. I bought toys. Because, me, I'm like a big kid myself. I would buy toys every day. I couldn't walk into the store without coming out with a couple of toys for these kids. And Maria would say how I used to spoil them so bad. Oh, Ed, you spoil them so bad. I said, oh, what, they're kids, you spoil them. And they used to love to give away their toys to all the other kids. And then we'd have to go and get all their toys back from the other families and stuff. And then there was this whole thing, too, with Michael. He used to like to throw rocks at the other kids. So I kind of, had my way out. I could have got out of this. It was, a lot of responsibility dealing with these kids and Maria and, facing this court case. But I had my French Foreign Legion out. I could have done it. So, of course, a couple of days go by, and we get into another fight, and I go out to my convenience store. Well, by now, the guy knows me. And I get my couple of beers, and I'm walking back. I drink my beers by the pool, and I throw them away, and I start walking back to the house. And as I walk back to the house, I see all of Michael's and Stephanie's toys. They're strewn around the neighborhood. And there's the big wheel over there. There's one of the Barbies. There's one of the, the Etch-a-Sketch. All these toys, man. I'm picking them up. They were far away from the house, too. One by one, and I'm bringing them all back up to the house. And I remember thinking that night, this changed my life. And I says, you know something, man? If I'm not here to do this, who's going to do it? Who would be here tonight to come walk down here and pick up all this junk and bring it back to the house? No one. These people need me. I'm needed here. And it's important. And it's fulfilling and it's satisfying. I can remember what the weather was like that night when I walked down. And this is a story I tell Victoria all the time. So, here it is. 2016. Like 15 years later, 16 years later. And here it is, my birthday. And here I am talking to you on the radio. And I know a lot of people, I talked to a lot of people today. What are you doing today? I said, well, I got to do this show. I got to do that show. I got to produce another show. Bled, what do you do that for? And the thing is, I do it because if I didn't do it, who would? With this business about awake radio. Oh, it's a big headache. We'll wear them down. You're not going to wear me down. But the reason why you won't wear me down is because I do this stuff because no one else is doing it. We had a big rally today. We had a victory today, man. Big rally on the Strip. I couldn't be there, but I helped behind the scenes. And why do I do it? I do it because somebody's got to do it. And this is what I'll say to every single one of us, is that we all got to do this. Because it's the right thing to do. It's easy to take off and do the easy stuff and go with the French Foreign Legion. Another chapter in my book, fun night. Right? But it's the little stuff, man. It's picking up the toys for the little kids so that when they wake up tomorrow, they thought it was all fun and to give away their toys. When they wake up tomorrow, they want their toys. You know what I'm saying? And they don't know any better. So what's the moral of the story? That's the moral of the story. Okay. We do this because, first of all, no one else is going to do it. It's the right thing to do. Okay? And it's satisfying. It feels good. It warms your heart. And you can look at yourself in the mirror the next day and you have self-respect. You respect yourself. Okay? That's what we do. And it is my birthday. And I do thank you all, honestly, for all the birthday wishes. And I know how much your friendship and your love means to me. And I hope you know how much I love you back. You know, there's a lot of people who contact me, and I get aggravated. And I'm a grumpy old guy. I'm 54 years old now, okay? I'm not a young man anymore. So I'm a grumpy old guy, and I so please be patient with me, okay? And I know that I do nag about money and stuff like that, but I'm driven, okay? I'm driven here, guys, to really to get things done, and I think we are getting things done, okay? Things we can see with our own eyes, and things that we can't see with our own eyes. And I believe next year when I'm 54 again, I think I'm going to stop counting. You know, when girls hear 50, you know, I was 49 for a long, long time. And even 49 was tough. I just lie about my age and not tell you the truth. Yeah. But then again, I don't know. Listen, guys, I love you all. You have no idea. And one of the other things, too, is I want to say is that the reason why I do this is because I've kind of had these kind of life experiences that I can fall back on. That how many people who joined a vengeful relationship facing 15 years, ran with the bulls, all this kind of stuff. I've kind of had these life experiences that I can fall back on. That kind of I don't shake easy. I don't rattle easy. Even if you think, we'll just keep up the pressure. That's not going to work. All right, guys. Next coming up will be Pierce Redmond with a really good shoe. Tom Secker's on there with him. And we all love Tom Secker, too. And then there's a second portion to the Pierce Redmond show where I got to warn you, there's going to be a little bit of profanities in there. So it's going to be at 9 o'clock at night. All the little kids should be in bed. And all the little ladies who don't want their ears ruffled with bad words can tune out at that point. But I just want to make a point too, to like all this stuff about how I run a shock jock station, and there's all this profanity on the station now, and this is never what it was meant to be. Listen, I am just as much a Christian as any one of you. Okay, we're all sinners, we're all forgiven, but by the same blood of Jesus Christ. Okay, and I'm not to look at you and judge you, and you're not to look at me and judge me. That's none of your business. It's none of my business, okay? So don't tell me you're more, you have some greater faith than me, or you're holier than me, or whatever, because a curse word does not pass your lips, okay? We all sin, and we all fall short, okay? And we're all equal in this business. All right, guys. Coming up next, with a really big shoe, will be Pierce Redmond and Topo Gigio for the kids. And now a word from our sponsors. Did you know that 30% of all people on online dating websites and personal ads are either married or in a monogamous relationship? 30%. If you suspect that your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend may be cheating online, go to emailrevealer.com. Our online infidelity investigation. You give us their email address, and we could trace it back to online personal ads, dating sites, and social networks. We can even expand the investigation and find them cheating on escort service sites or even porn sites if they're registered to porn sites and swinger sites. So check out emailrevealer.com if you suspect your spouse is cheating, and check out our online infidelity investigation. William Ramsey is a producer here at the Opperman Report, and he's just come out with a new book, Children of the Beast, Aleister Crowley's Shadow Over Humanity. Now, he just sent me a copy of this book. Oh, boy, it's about 2 inches thick. And there's a chapter on just about everybody in this book that you can imagine. The Beatles and Jack Parsons. Everybody's in here. It's incredible. And I definitely recommend this book. There's a bunch of pictures in here, too, of all these people and different chapters and information. Anselm LaVey and people I've never heard of, too. There's a whole bunch in here. JFC Fuller. I don't know who he is. But it's great stuff by our producer here, William Ramsey. So check out Children of the Beast, Aleister Crowley's Shadow Over Humanity. You can find it on Amazon.com, or you could find it in the OppermanReport.com bookstore. We have an urgent bulletin. It seems that the group Strawman is still on the loose. It has been confirmed that Strawman are Canadian, okay, and that authorities are asking people to stay indoors, lock your doors and windows until this group can be dealt with. You could find more information about this group of Canadians, at strawmanmusic.com. You can have your ad played here. Okay, we're looking for sponsors. Okay, in fact, we desperately need sponsors right now to take this show to the next level. So you can have your your ad played here, read live, like I'm doing now, so artfully. Or we can even work up a little jingle for you with some music and stuff like that and play it here. You have no idea how inexpensive it would be to have your ad played on the Opperman Report on 7 stations. Live Friday night, and another 7 stations live on Saturday night, plus replayed every day of the week on different stations, and then archived on YouTube, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, iTunes, and all different kinds of podcasts, Pod This and Podbean, all different kinds of places who archive the show for us. And on those archives, your ad would play indefinitely, forever. You also get a little banner on OppermanReport.com. You get a mention on the air. You get a little interview on the air, and all kinds of fun stuff if you sponsor Opperman Report. We have an opportunity